You know that feeling, right? You're looking at your charts and your usual indicators, well, they just feel a bit slow, kind of lagging behind the real action. Or maybe they flash a signal, but it's so murky you're left guessing. It's a common headache for traders trying to get a real grip on market momentum. But what if there was an indicator that tried to tackle this by looking at something most tools ignore? Today, we're going to dive into a pretty unique indicator that does just that. This is a video about an indicator known as the Trend Speed Analyzer by Zeiierman. It's a tool that you can use to measure not just the direction of a trend, but its actual speed and acceleration, giving you a deeper insight into market dynamics. We're going to go over what this indicator is and how you can use it in your trading. If you happen to find value in this video, remember to leave a like. Let's get into it. Now, to get started with this indicator, you first of all want to go to TradingView, the trading platform that I'm going to be using. If you need to sign up, there's a link in the video description for you to do that. Next, you want to load any trading security you like. I'm on the 15-minute time frame for GBP JPY here, but this thing is designed to work on any market and any time frame. Then you want to click on Indicator, and in the search box, type in Trend Speed Analyzer. It's going to be this one by Zeiierman. Go ahead and click it to add it to your chart. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the all-powerful Trend Speed Analyzer by Zeiierman. So what's it all about? Well, unlike your typical trend indicator that might just show you when price crosses a line, this one aims to be a more complete market analysis tool. Its main job is to measure the actual speed and strength of price movements, giving you insights into momentum, potential shifts in trend direction, and even possible reversals. It tries to give you a real-time sort of 3D view of what the market momentum is doing by combining a dynamic trend line with wave analysis and a special speed histogram. So when you add it to your chart, you're going to notice a few key things. First up, right there on your price chart, you've got the dynamic trend line. This line is pretty cool because it changes color, usually green when things are looking bullish and red when they're bearish. But what's really smart about it is how it adapts to market volatility in real time. It'll actually expand when the market is choppy or moving fast, and then contract during quieter, consolidating periods. The idea here is that it can potentially catch trend changes a bit quicker than a standard moving average. Then, down at the bottom of your chart, you'll see the speed histogram. This is like the engine room of the indicator, and it's there to measure the acceleration and deceleration of price, supposedly in real time. And the third main piece is the information table, which you can toggle on or off in the settings. This table gives you some precise measurements, comparing the current market's wave-like movements to historical patterns. It looks at things like the average size of bullish and bearish waves, the maximum size of those waves to spot peak momentum, and then it calculates a current wave ratio. This ratio tells you if the current move is stronger than historical averages. A value over 1 suggests the trend might be gaining steam. It also shows dominance, which basically tells you whether the bulls or the bears have been in control. Positive values suggest bullish dominance, while negative values point to bearish control. Oh, and you can also have the indicator color code your candlesticks based on the trend, which is another nice visual touch. Now, let's peek into the settings because you'll want to know how to tweak this thing. If you double-click on the indicator, the settings panel will pop up. You'll see something called maximum length or MA length. This controls the smoothing of that dynamic trend line. The creator often suggests the default around 20 here, which they reckon is a good balance between being responsive and not too noisy. Then there's the accelerator factor or accelerator multiplier, which adjusts how sensitive the trend line is to price changes. A common starting point for Forex and indices is around 0.02. A really important one is the lookback period. This defines how far back the indicator looks to calculate all those wave statistics in the table. The default might be 100, but some traders find that increasing it to something like 150 can give a more stable baseline for comparison on many timeframes. Of course, you've got toggles to enable table if you want to see all those stats, and enable candles for the color-coded candlesticks. There's also a collection period setting which helps normalize the speed values, aiming for better accuracy across different market conditions. As always, these are just starting points, and you'll want to experiment to see what works best for your trading style and the market you're looking at. Now, back to how we can actually use this Trend Speed Analyzer in our trading. The creator suggests a few powerful ways to approach it. First off, for basic trend identification, you're looking at that dynamic trend line. When it's green and price is trading above it, that's your general bullish signal. If it's red and price is below, it's bearish. But here's a key tip they often emphasize. Don't just jump in as soon as the color changes or price crosses. For a more precise entry, especially for a long position, you'd wait for the line to be green, price above it, and then for price to actually pull back to the line and show a clear rejection with a bullish candle, like a bounce. That line is acting as a kind of dynamic support. For short entries, it's the reverse. Red line, price below, wait for a rally up to the line from below, and then look for a bearish rejection candle. This approach can help you find some really specific entry points, potentially with tighter risk. Next up is assessing trend strength, and for this we turn to that speed histogram at the bottom. Remember, this isn't just showing momentum like some oscillators, it's trying to measure the actual speed, acceleration, and deceleration of price. So when that dynamic trend line is, say, green, and you see those histogram bars getting taller and moving further away from the zero line, that's a sign that bullish momentum is accelerating, like big money might be pushing the trend. Conversely, if the bars start to shrink and head back towards the zero line, it signals that momentum is decelerating, which can often be an early warning sign before a potential reversal. And that brings us to the third and perhaps most powerful application, identifying potential reversals before they fully unfold. This is where many traders struggle, either getting out of good trades too early or holding on to losers for too long. The Trend Speed Analyzer, particularly its histogram, tries to help with this by showing you these momentum shifts as they're developing. There's a specific pattern to watch for here. Let's say you're in a strong uptrend. The histogram bars are tall and green, showing strong momentum. Then suddenly, you see a histogram bar that is significantly smaller than the previous one. That's your early warning. It suggests that the upward momentum is fading fast, and maybe the smart money is thinking about taking profits. The confirmation, according to the strategy, comes if the very next bar actually flips color. So if it turns red after that smaller green bar. That's often considered a strong signal that a potential reversal is in play, and it might be time to consider exiting any long positions. And don't forget that information table. The official description mentions that fluctuations in the current wave ratio values can also be monitored as early indicators of possible trend reversals, giving you another piece of the puzzle. So to sum it all up, the Trend Speed Analyzer by Zeiierman is a comprehensive tool that goes beyond simple trend direction. It's designed to measure the actual speed, acceleration, and deceleration of price movements. With its adaptive dynamic trendline, the real-time speed histogram, and the detailed statistical information table, it aims to give you a much deeper, almost 3D view of what the market momentum is doing. By learning to interpret its components and adjusting its settings for different market personalities, it could become a really versatile part of your trading toolkit. Now remember, all of this is for educational purposes. This is not financial advice. The strategies we talked about are built around indicators, and in real trading, you should always consider adding your own price action analysis, fundamental analysis, or other confluences to make more informed decisions. Trading involves risk, and you should never trade with money you can't afford to lose. If you found value in this video, remember to leave a like, or even better, consider subscribing to stay tuned for more content like this. Thanks for watching. See you next time.